This video covers Morehouse's homework for Wednesday, November 30th. Question 1. A Boy Scout has 3 meters of rope. He cuts the rope into cords 3/5 of a meter long. How many cords will he make? A key word here is that he is cutting the cords, and so we know that he is splitting them into pieces. We have a hint: if stuck, draw 3 meters of rope. Well, let's think about what 3 meters of rope would look like. I'm just going to draw a long line, and I'm going to label it from 0 to 3 for 3 meters of rope. The first cut that I'm making in my rope is 3/5 of a meter. That's how long each cord is, so I end up with 1 cord, 3/5 of a meter. Now, to cut my second cord, I need 6/5 of a meter. And you'll need to keep counting how many groups of 3/5 you can get before you get to 3. Now, remember, 3 over 1, because we have 3 holes, is the same thing as 15/5, because 3 times 5 is 15, and 1 times 5 is 5. So, once you've used 15/5 meters, you'll know that you don't have any left to cut with. And the question is asking, how many cords can you make? So far, we've got 1, 2. Pause this video to finish question 1, and when you're finished, come back for a hint on question 2. Question 2. Virgil has 1/6 of a birthday cake left over. He wants to share the leftover cake with 4 friends. What fraction of the original cake will each of these 4 people receive? Draw a picture to support your response. The first thing this question wants you to do is to write the gist. Remember, the gist is just what the question is about. So your answer might start with something like, this question is about, and you'll just tell me the general idea. What is this question talking about? What is it asking you to find? Then you'll solve. Notice that they're asking you to draw a picture. So you might want to begin by showing me 1/6 of a birthday cake. You could just draw a bar to show 1/6 if you like. And then recognize what you're doing to that 1/6, which you'll know from the gist that you wrote above. Go ahead and pause this video to try to find out how much of the original cake each of the 4 people get. Question 3. 1 square mile is equal to 640 acres. What is the area in acres for the piece of land shown in the diagram below? So, I know that I can find the area of both pieces of land connected in this diagram using my area formula. Length times width equals area. Now, in order to find the area in miles, I would simply multiply 3 times 2.5. And I'll want to change 2.5 into an improper fraction, 5 over 2. And I'll want to multiply 2.5 times 3/4. And again, I'll want to change 2.5 to an improper fraction, 5 over 2. Once I multiply these 2 fractions and a whole number, I'll know how many miles squared, or how many square miles, is in each piece of land. But what you're trying to figure out is what is the area in acres. If you know that each square mile is equal to 640 acres, you can use your answers in square miles to figure out the total number of acres. For example, let's say I had 2 miles. 2 miles, and this isn't related to the problem, it's just an example. 2 miles times 640 acres, and it's acres per mile, would be equal to 1,280 acres. I can multiply because I know that for each mile there are 640 acres, and so however many miles I have times 640 will tell me the total number of acres. That's how you do question 3. And question 4 is just another decimal subtraction question, so make sure you're showing your work there.